As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Y'all two grown people need to get your own house.
Right.
You had 7 years that told him that. When we fight, who's gonna win?
You are.
I don't answer questions, I ask them.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand.
Objective, independent justice.
I'm ready to rule. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Alex Cochran is suing Emmett Kirsch in the amount of $775. Mr. Cochran claims his prized gaming console had a meltdown because the defendant played it for hours, so he needs to pay for a replacement.
So, Mr. Cochran, you're suing your best friend.
Yes, I am.
How long were we best friends?
I have known him since I was a child.
How old are you now?
I'm 21.
21?
Yeah, I'm 21 as well.
Right. And so how do best friends end up in court?
Well, I gave him my PlayStation.
Okay. Is that something that adults play?
This adult does.
Well, I see that, but I'm saying, do most adults do that? I mean, is that an adult thing, or is that something that came with you from childhood?
Yeah, we played it together when we were
Right.
kids.
Do you talk?
I do.
Okay.
I do talk.
Okay.
Yes, well, we played a lot as kids, but I
Look
mean,
at me.
all that history, it seems to just not really matter here because now I'm being sued.
Yeah.
It's something for play. You wouldn't think that would draw someone into court. But
It's a game, right?
yeah.
And
Here we are.
I never quite knew what they were. Were you playing video? There was video games, right?
Yes,
And they
yes.
come out with new games periodically or something like that. Did you grow up with PlayStations?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play it as much as he did.
Right. But did y'all play on them together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
with
you would
friends.
be at his house playing sometimes, and you would go to his house and play?
Yeah.
Okay, what else did y'all do together as friends that we were best friends? What else were you doing as friends?
I mean, just a lot of like different kids stuff. I mean, we like run around in the neighborhood playing together, like Nerf battles and things like that.
Okay. Were your families friends?
Yeah, our families, knew each other. Yeah, we used to hang out a lot as kids.
So tell me, Mr. Cochran, how we got here today.
Yeah. So I have a PlayStation 5. And he has a PlayStation 4.
Okay.
And
So you got an upgraded PlayStation.
Yeah, I got like the newest version.
When
of
did
it.
when did that one come out?
It came out around 2020.
Okay.
And then I got it just last year though.
Okay. So you had a 5 and you had a 4, and before this incident happened, when was the last time you had played together with the games?
We've like played online with like mutual friends before.
Yeah.
Yes, like pretty consistently.
With each other, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you now have the 5, he has the 4, and what
Yeah.
happens?
And there's a game that we both really enjoyed playing.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was like an expansion pack for it that was only available on my system, not available
Okay.
for his. So he asked if he could borrow my PlayStation for the weekend in order to play the game.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, to
play that
take it to
game.
your house.
Yes. Yeah.
But why couldn't you just come over and play on his station?
We were both like sort of busy with other things.
Okay.
And it was just logistically.
It would have been easier for you.
It was just easier, yeah,
Okay.
to borrow it.
Okay, so how long had you had this PlayStation?
I've had it for a year.
At the time, you had it for a
Yeah.
year. Okay, all right. So he comes over, he borrows it, he borrows the game.
Yeah.
What happens?
I, played maybe like a few hours that Friday. Everything seemed pretty normal, and then I
Okay.
played it the next day, and only
How
about
long were you playing it on Friday?
just a few hours.
Well,
yeah.
a few is 3, 4.
2, yeah.
Okay,
I
2
mean,
is a couple.
Yeah,
A
two's
few is usually 3. Several is 7.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about 2 hours,
Okay.
on Friday, and then
And no problems with the game.
no problems.
What happened on Saturday?
And then on Saturday evening, I was playing it for only about an hour when it just completely crashed. It
You
just
mean it's
stopped
just stopped
working.
working?
It just stopped working out of nowhere. It wasn't giving me many issues up until that point.
Right.
Wasn't making any weird noises or anything. And
Right.
then all of a sudden, I was
It just
playing,
stopped functioning.
and it just stopped functioning. Yeah.
Okay. And then what'd you do?
I tried rebooting it a few times, which he had told me to do, as you can see in our many
What did you? Well, I'm
text
saying, did you
messages.
call him and say I have a problem with the game?
I texted him.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see on our text threads here that I texted him very soon after I realized that the system wasn't rebooting, it wasn't working.
And what did you say when he was talking about that?
I mean, I was definitely worried, and it had never happened to me like that before.
Right, you bought a used PlayStation though, right? It wasn't a new one.
It was a new PlayStation.
I thought you told me that it was a 2021, but you got it last year or something like that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it could still be new all those years later?
Yeah, I bought like a specialty, like from a private seller in order for it to be a new one instead of a used one.
What?
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
Have you found that to be true? That sometimes when you're playing a game a long time, it freezes up like a computer? Isn't it like a computer?
I have found that occasionally, but I had not found an issue like this.
And later.
I was at work, Your Honor.
Right. How far away was the post office?
This particular post office was 20 minutes away from my job.
And you realize you left the keys in the car?
Correct, Your Honor.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Alex Cochran, who is suing Emmett Kirsch for negligence.
You're telling me you bought what they call old new stock.
Yeah.
That's what you bought, new stock.
Yeah, and I have a receipt from the seller.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on. Oh.
So what happens with these old new stock things is that it was made in 2021, but nobody was using it. It's just sitting on a shelf for all those years.
Yeah.
Until you bought it.
Definitely.
So it was still in the box.
Yeah, it was brand new in the box.
Right. So he says, listen, it's not working, I'm rebooting it. Then what did you say?
I told him I was just concerned and that I would come pick it up like as soon as possible and then take it to a repair station to see like what was up with it.
Okay, all right. Fair. Okay, so when did you pick it up?
I picked it up the next day.
Okay. And you took it somewhere?
Yeah, I took it to a repair shop.
But basically it's dead.
Yeah.
The bottom line is it's not repairable.
Yeah,
is
they
that
said it was completely unrepairable.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So what did you say to your friend when you found out that it was not repairable?
I texted him and just said, they said that due to like complete overheating, basically.
Right. Well, you basically told him that it was...
What happened,
right.
yeah.
And what did you say?
What I said was that it was just a little warm, wasn't acting super weird,
right.
And it just died.
Right.
I said that I remembered him saying that it would freeze occasionally.
Did you tell him it would freeze on you occasionally?
It's
a brand new, not even a year old? How many times did it happen to you?
It happens occasionally if I'm just playing it like for a long period of time.
Okay. And have you found that to be true? That sometimes when you're playing a game a long time, it freezes up like a computer? Isn't it like a computer?
I have found that occasionally, but I had not found an issue like this before.
What could he have done to it?
If he like left it running too long, if he like played it for too much time, I guess.
Well, what's too much time? Y'all could be on these things for hours and hours and hours. What's too much time?
Probably like several hours.
Yeah, several hours, like 6 or 7. Too much.
Right. Have you ever played that long?
I don't think I've ever gotten up to the 6 or 7 mark.
Right.
But
What about that Saturday? What about the Saturday when you were playing? How long were you playing?
I was only playing for about an hour.
Okay. Yeah, you told me that.
When the system crashed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you felt like this wasn't your fault? You had nothing to do with it?
Yeah, that's correct. I don't think that I had anything to do with this. I took care of it as if it was my own.
And there was nothing visibly apparent. It didn't look like it had been dropped, banged, coffee spilt on it or anything like that. Because you've brought a civil suit for negligence. Yeah. Negligence assumes, what the elements are, that the defendant had a duty of care, that he breached that duty, and because of his breach of that duty, there was damage to your property. But I don't see here before me any proof that he did anything abnormal with this machine.
Yeah.
It's a shame that this game has got you here, though.
Yeah.
There's no way to work this out. Don't y'all want to be friends anymore?
That's a good question. You know, I tried to work it out.
Well, how did you try to work it out? What'd you say or do?
I said, I explained that it wasn't my fault.
I know, but how did you try to work it out? It don't matter now whose fault.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems to me if it were my friend, but then I am who I am. I would say, you know what, we both love playing this game, and I sure love being with you. I would not want to lose that. Good friends are really hard to find, especially that you've been friends this long, that it's going to be over this game.
It does
That
seem
you know that you couldn't see any signs that he did anything to damage it.
Yes.
And so it just feels like if it were me, with my friend, I'd say, well, why don't we just go halves?
I thought about that, but he seemed really upset about the whole situation.
Yeah, but if you thought about it, maybe if you had put it into words and said, why don't we come put our money together and buy a new station, would that have made you feel better?
Definitely.
If he had made an offer.
I think there was just no acknowledgement of like he had any part to do with it.
Right,
which
but
was
that
just
it
really
happened
frustrating.
in your care.
Yeah.
And more than that, though, this is my friend's machine too that's gone, and this is something we do together. Why can't you say that to him? Why haven't you said it?
You know, sometimes I find communication, especially about my emotions, to be kind of difficult. You know, I don't know. Do you find that?
Yeah.
It can be hard to be vulnerable.
Especially, I think there's just been a lot of anger over all of it. That it's the stubbornness of us all to like.
Right. But how are you
want to-
feeling about it now?
I miss my friend, and I feel badly that I've escalated it to this point.
Why don't we just split the $4.69 and get one from PlayStop, Facebook Marketplace, or somebody got one?
Yeah.
What you think?
I'm good with that, Judge.
So, it's almost lunchtime. Maybe y'all could go have lunch and talk about it, go online together, see what's out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not going to rule in anybody's favor. Why don't I just dismiss the case? Nobody's at fault kind of thing?
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Okay, I'm ready to rule. I'm ready for lunch, too. Case is dismissed.
All rise.
Judge Karen has ruled. The case is dismissed.
I'm sad that it kind of got to this point and that we weren't clear with our communication, and I'm glad that we were able to get it resolved.
I feel badly that we got to this point too, and just relieved to have it all be over.
Coming up,
What did it have to do with you leaving the keys in the car?
I had a lot on my mind, Your Honor, and I just made a human error that in that particular moment, I was stressed out, Your Honor.
He couldn't have been that irresponsible. Why did you give him that kind of responsibility?
you're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Dylan Jeffries is suing Owen Henderson in the amount of $1,567. Ms. Jeffries claims her car was stolen while in her housemate's possession and says Mr. Henderson should pay for the damages that occurred before it was recovered.
Ms. Jeffries, you're suing Mr. Henderson for negligence involving your vehicle. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Repairs costing $1,567.
Yes, Your Honor.
And how do you know the defendant?
We go to school together.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a house together with 3 of our friends.
Are you renting a house together with friends, sir?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Okay, how long have you been in that situation where you're renting houses?
For about 6 months, Your Honor.
6 months?
Yes,
Okay, so
correct.
you became friends when you lived together, or you were friends in school?
We became friends in school.
Okay,
And then we ended
that's
up-
how you ended up living together?
Yes,
Yes.
Your Honor.
You shared a house?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, with several other people?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, in New York?
Yes.
In which borough?
Manhattan.
In Manhattan, okay.
Yes.
So what went wrong with the situation then?
I have a thrifting small business resale business that
You sell used clothes?
I sell used clothes.
Previously owned clothes?
Yeah, well, they're mine.
Oh, you
so-
sell your own clothes?
Yeah.
Does she have a lot of clothes?
She does, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
And they're very nice.
Very nice. Well, you're well dressed today.
Thank you.
So you have a thrifting business, so you're running it out of your apartment, and you were going to school
Yes.
and studying.
I was studying theater.
Okay, theater. What are you studying?
Theater, Your Honor.
Theater. So are you guys thespians? You're actors, or?
Yeah, musical theater.
Yes.
All right. What a nice little life you guys have in New York City. How did we end up in court?
I said that I have a small business.
Yeah.
And so he was helping me out delivering the packages while I was home in Wisconsin for spring break.
And he was supposed to do what? What was the understanding?
To just drop them off, package them, make sure every label is correctly on the
Right.
correct item, then take it to the post
Oh,
office.
so all you had to do was take it to the post office?
Yes,
Well,
very
there's a post
easy.
office on every corner in New York. You could just walk down to the end and there's a post office. You couldn't do that?
coming up.
And then I contacted her to let her know what happened.
So then what happened after you found out the car was stolen?
I was very upset.
You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Dylan Jeffries, who is suing Owen Henderson for negligence.
I was in line. This must have been just what?
I went in line in the post office?
Correct, Your Honor. And this must have been just like 15 minutes in the line. Then I realized I left the car keys in the car, Your Honor.
Oh, so you drove to the post office?
Yes, I drove to the post office.
In my car, Your Honor.
In her car, Your Honor.
You left the keys in the car?
Yes, Your Honor, I realized.
Well, why did you drive to the post office that day?
Because I was at work, Your Honor.
Right. How far away was the post office?
This particular post office was 20 minutes away from my job.
And you realize you left the keys in the car?
Correct, Your Honor.
I'm with you. Go ahead.
And the whole time, she kept texting me and calling me throughout the whole day.
Right.
When I answered her, I said one time I would get it done right, and I have proof of the text and the phone calls, Your Honor.
But what did it have to do with you leaving the keys in the car?
I had a lot on my mind, Your Honor, and I just made a human error that in that particular moment I was stressed out, Your Honor.
He couldn't have been that irresponsible. Why did you give him that kind of responsibility?
Because I trusted him. We've been friends for a decent amount of time.
Right.
4
What's
years.
a decent amount of time?
4 years. We're seniors in college.
Okay. So somebody stole the car?
Yes, Your Honor. But when it happened, I immediately called the police, filed a police report, and then I contacted her to let her know what happened.
Okay. So then what happened after you found out the car was stolen?
I was very upset.
How many days after the car was stolen did they find the car?
2 days after, Your Honor.
2 days later, and the damage was, what's the 1567?
That's the cost of the damage.
What kind of damage was there to the car?
Dents and scratches.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
Why don't you think you owe her?
Because she let me use the car.
Right.
And there was no written agreement that I would be responsible for any damages.
Right.
I didn't know that the car was going to be stolen.
Nobody knows when their car's going to get stolen, they're going to get in an accident, or they're going to die. So that's not a defense right there. You said you used that car for other things, not just her stuff. You just used the car to go to work.
I did,
So
Your
you
Honor.
had an obligation that if somebody lets you use their car,
Yes, Your
there
Honor.
doesn't have to be an agreement. It's an understanding that you have now taken possession of somebody's car and that you're supposed to care for it. And to leave the keys in the car was a dereliction of that duty.
Yes, Your Honor.
And let me see the proof of the damages. You have proof that it was 1567? Yeah, that's it. That paper on top is it. Pass that up. I can see from here. That's it. Thank you. Okay, from James Body and Repair in Brooklyn. All right, for 1567. I'm ready to rule judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,567. Good luck.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $1,567.
Do you have any remarks you'd like to make?
The exact verdict that I was hoping for.
Hopefully, when all of this is resolved, we can become friends again.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.